Life is not a rehearsal. It is not a warm-up. It is the only stage you will ever stand on. And every moment you live is your one chance to leave a mark that will echo long after you are gone. Too many people live like they will get another shot at the same day, another chance to chase the same dream, another opportunity to rewrite the choices they have wasted. The truth is that this is it. One life, one chance. The question is whether you will let fear, doubt, and comfort cages dictate your story, or whether you will rise beyond your limits and prove to yourself that you were born to conquer. You were not created to just exist. You were created to expand, to grow, to push, to break the invisible walls that surround you. Every person who ever achieved greatness faced the same barriers you face. They felt fear. They doubted themselves. They wondered if they were enough. But they chose not to stop. They chose to take the single life they were given and squeeze out of it every ounce of meaning, every drop of strength, every bit of purpose. That is what separates the ordinary from the legendary. It is not talent. It is not luck. It is not even opportunity. It is the decision to step beyond limits. Think about it. Every excuse you have ever told yourself is built on fear. Fear of failing, fear of rejection, fear of being laughed at, fear of trying and coming up short. Yet what is the cost of living safe inside those fears? The cost is regret. The cost is reaching the end of your days realizing you lived cautious, not courageous. Nobody on their deathbed wishes they had played it safer. They wish they had risked more, tried more, lived louder, pushed harder. You do not get a second chance at this life. This is your only one. The limits you feel pressing against you are not permanent walls. They are mental illusions. You may think you cannot achieve more because of your background, your failures, your mistakes, or the opinions of others. But history is filled with people who had nothing, who were broken, rejected, overlooked, underestimated, and they rose anyway. They decided that the chance to live fully outweighed the risk of failing publicly. They refused to let their story end before it even began. If they could do it with nothing, you can do it with everything you have right now. Understand this clearly. Your body has more strength than you have ever used. Your mind has more power than you have ever tapped into. Your heart has more courage than you have ever called upon. But you will never know any of it unless you step into the unknown, unless you chase the things that scare you, unless you commit to stretching further than feels comfortable. Growth does not happen in safety. Growth happens in struggle. Growth happens when you take the weight that feels too heavy and decide to lift anyway. Growth happens when you stand in the storm and say, I will not be moved. There is greatness in you waiting to be awakened. There is fire in you waiting to be unleashed. But fire only ignites when it is struck against resistance. Your resistance is not a punishment. It is the test of whether you are serious about your one chance. Life will not hand you success. It will hand you challenges. It will hand you pain. It will hand you setbacks. And it will watch to see whether you give up or rise up. You were not made to surrender. You were made to rise. And the moment you accept that one life and one chance is all you have, you will stop wasting time and start living with urgency. Every day you wake up is another reminder that you still have the opportunity to push forward, but do not mistake opportunity for guarantee. Time is running whether you move or not. The clock does not stop for hesitation. The world does not pause because you are scared or unsure. Each second that passes is a second you cannot reclaim. That is why urgency is your greatest ally. Living with urgency does not mean rushing blindly. It means refusing to waste the precious gift of time on doubt, fear, or laziness. It means reminding yourself every morning that you have one life, one chance, and you must use it wisely. The truth is, most people never discover their real strength because they stop the moment life pushes back. They start a goal, they face resistance, and they quit. They convince themselves that maybe it was not meant to be, maybe it was too hard, maybe they are not good enough. But the difference between those who break limits and those who live trapped inside them is simple. The ones who succeed keep moving when it hurts. They keep going when the road feels endless. They keep fighting when quitting seems easier. They understand that pain is not the signal to stop. It is the proof that growth is happening. Think about the champions you admire, the leaders who inspire you, the innovators who changed the world. None of them had smooth paths. They stumbled, they fell, they doubted themselves, but they pushed beyond those limits. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming one of the greatest athletes in history. Oprah Winfrey was told she was not fit for television before becoming one of the most powerful voices in media. What made them different was not the absence of struggle, but their refusal to surrender. They had one life and one chance, and they refused to waste it on giving up. When you look in the mirror, you must understand that you are capable of that same resilience. You are capable of writing a story worth remembering. But the question is, will you do it? The weight of your potential is heavy, but it is a weight you were designed to carry. Do not run from it. Embrace it. That weight is not a burden. It is your opportunity to become someone stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. Every time you face a challenge, you are being invited to discover more of what is inside you. Limits exist to be broken. The walls you feel pressing around you are meant to test your hunger, your persistence, and your belief in yourself. Will you let those walls define you, or will you tear them down? The moment you decide that nothing will stop you is the moment the walls begin to crack. Your faith in yourself must be stronger than the doubts in your mind. Your hunger for growth must be greater than your desire for comfort. Your passion must burn hotter than your fear of failure. That is how you push beyond limits. The world will try to convince you to settle, to stay in your lane, to avoid risk, to stay safe. But safe does not build legacies. Safe does not create change. Safe does not inspire others. You have one chance to live in such a way that people remember you not for playing it safe, but for playing it bold. You must decide now whether you want to look back on your life with pride or with regret. Pride comes from doing what scared you. Regret comes from avoiding it. Which will you choose? This is not just about success in career or wealth. This is about the way you live, the energy you bring to your days, the courage you show in your relationships, the resilience you display in your struggles, the inspiration you give to others simply by refusing to quit. Your one life is your one canvas, and every action, every risk, every leap of faith is a brushstroke. Will you paint something remarkable or leave it blank? That decision rests in your hands. And every day you are alive is another chance to choose greatness. The most dangerous lie you can tell yourself is that you have more time. That one day you will finally start chasing the dream. One day you will take the risk. One day you will commit fully. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 year. And before you know it, you have lived half a life without ever touching your real potential. You must wake up to the truth that your life is happening now. Every moment you delay is a piece of your chance slipping away. If you want to push beyond limits, you cannot wait for perfect timing because perfect timing does not exist. The right time is the moment you decide. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in the presence of fear. You will always feel nervous before a big step. You will always feel doubt before a bold decision. You will always feel discomfort when you are stepping into growth. But those feelings are not signals to retreat. They are signals that you are on the right path. If your dreams do not scare you, they are too small. If your goals do not stretch you, they are not worthy of your one life. You are not here to repeat easy routines. You are here to discover how much strength, creativity, and fire you can summon when the stakes are high. Many people live in the shadow of what others think. They let opinions, criticism, and judgment become chains around their potential. But ask yourself this: who will live your life for you if you give it away to the opinions of others? Nobody. The same people whose approval you chase are too busy worrying about their own lives to care about yours. Do not let their voices drown out your own. The world does not need another person who blends in. The world needs someone who stands out, someone bold enough to live true, someone strong enough to break free from the limits of expectation. That someone is you. Your journey will not be straight. You will fall. You will fail. You will make mistakes. But every failure is not an ending, it is information. Every mistake is not destruction, it is instruction. Every fall is not weakness, it is preparation for the rise. The people who achieve greatness are not those who never fall. They are those who keep getting up. They learn, they adapt, they grow, and they move again with more wisdom than before. Failure is the doorway to mastery, but only for those who walk through it instead of running away. You must also understand the importance of discipline. Motivation can ignite you, but discipline sustains you. There will be days when you do not feel inspired, days when energy is low, days when doubt is heavy. Those are the days discipline saves you. Discipline says do it anyway. Discipline says show up regardless. Discipline says your goals matter more than your moods. Limits crumble not because of one great burst of effort, but because of consistent daily action, brick by brick, step by step, refusing to stop no matter how slow the progress seems. Think about your future self for a moment. Imagine the version of you 5 years from now who decided to stop making excuses, who decided to push harder, who decided to take risks, who decided to live boldly. That future self is stronger, more confident, more fulfilled. That future self is proud. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine the version of you who stayed the same, who kept waiting, who let fear and doubt dictate every move. That version is heavy with regret. The path you take will determine which version you become. One life, one chance. Which future will you choose? Remember this always. Comfort is a slow death. Growth is life. The safest place you can stay is often the most dangerous because it robs you of your potential. You were not created to hide. You were created to shine, to stand tall, to step into arenas that scare you and show the world what you are capable of. Do not waste this chance playing small. Step forward. Raise your standards. Push beyond limits. There will come a day when your time here runs out. That is not meant to scare you. It is meant to awaken you. When that day comes, nothing will matter except the life you chose to live and the risks you chose to take. The trophies, the possessions, the titles, they will fade. But the courage you showed, the lives you touched, the battles you fought, those remain. One life, one chance. That is all you were given, and the way you use it will echo forever in the hearts of those who witnessed it. Do not live like you have forever. Live like every breath is a gift, every sunrise a reminder, every moment a responsibility. You cannot control how long you live, but you can control how fully you live. You can control the energy you bring to your days. You can control how deeply you love, how boldly you dream, how fiercely you fight, how fearlessly you chase what matters. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for perfect conditions. The only permission you need is your own. The only condition that matters is that you are alive today. That is enough. That is more than enough to begin rewriting your story. Push beyond the limits of your past. You are not defined by who you were yesterday. You are not trapped by your failures, your mistakes, your missed chances. Every day is a new page, and you hold the pen. Do not keep rereading the old chapters when the best parts of your story are still unwritten. Choose now to let go of the weight that drags you down. Forgive yourself, rise stronger, and step forward. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the courage to move on and the fire to keep going. Push beyond the limits of your environment. Maybe you grew up surrounded by doubt. Maybe the people around you do not believe in you. Maybe your circle has never seen success and cannot imagine it. That does not mean you are trapped. You do not need everyone to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. You need to decide that your vision matters more than their opinions. Your life is not meant to be a reflection of their fears. It is meant to be a reflection of your dreams. Break free. Build new standards. Show them what is possible by living as proof. Push beyond the limits of your comfort. Comfort is easy, but it never satisfies. Real fulfillment comes when you stretch yourself beyond what you thought possible. It comes when you train harder than you believed you could, when you work longer than you wanted to, when you stand up after being knocked down harder than ever before. That is where pride lives. That is where self-respect is born. That is where greatness is discovered. You cannot find it in safety, only in struggle. So embrace the struggle. Welcome it. Thank it for shaping you into who you are becoming. This is your rallying call. Do not wait for another reminder. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for someone else to light the fire in you. Light it yourself. You have everything you need already inside you. Courage, resilience, strength, creativity, determination, it is all there. You only need to unlock it by taking action. Action creates confidence. Action creates momentum. Action creates transformation. The life you dream of will not arrive at your door. You must chase it, grab it, fight for it, and refuse to let go. So stand tall. Look at your life with clear eyes and bold heart. Decide today that you will not waste this one chance you have been given. Decide that you will push beyond every limit that has ever tried to cage you. Decide that you will live fully, love deeply, dream boldly, and fight relentlessly. One life, one chance. Make it count.